They will give you always the best rate.
They connect to Binance, HitBTC, LMAX, and Kraken.
What I like about SwissBorg is that they have an amazing app.
Pow Wow, yo, yippee, yay, guys. It's Pow number 9. Super excited to be with you guys. Today, we're going to dive into the love of the community, talk about the markets, where we're heading, and talk about amazing SwissBorg ecosystem, how it's flourishing, and we're at all-time high being a unicorn. Big news about that. Sorry guys, I don't have the green screen, but I do have the green heart that is always here on my neck. Unfortunately today I'm in Egypt enjoying my vacations, but community always comes first because we love you guys. If you're not part of our wonderful, lovely picture, please send us through Twitter and we'll make it happen. Question of the week. How does Protect and Burn program protect the CHSB price? How do we come up with utilities and features in a SwissBorg token? Well, we took the game theory, like poker and other different games, and we take as well financial theory, and we combine them together and say, how can we be the smartest? How can we make sure that this token is mooning, is well protected? And this is one of the great programs, which essentially is that we accumulate a big amount of pool, which is taken from the revenues that we make on the SwissBorg Wealth app. And what we do is that if the CHSB price course action is not doing well, like dropping, we will then buy back the token in order to really support it, And then with those tokens, we will not sell them back on the market. We'll just burn them. Like that, we have a deflationary monetary policy, exactly the opposite of fiat. We're not printing more, we're actually getting rid of it. Like that, it's making even sure that we'll have more buy pressure eventually because the supply is decreasing. And that's a great way to feature and make sure that our token is always at its best. As you guys know, the community comes first at SwissBorg, and we are hiring on a weekly basis more and more awesome people. And warm welcome to Tanya that will be taking care of all the corporate accounts and institutional business at SwissBorg. Really warm welcome to her. She's been into a lot of diverse industry for a long time, and it's great to have a German speaking within the team. Referrals bounty of the week. If you want to be part of our wonderful family, just apply to these jobs or just please refer any of your good friends. You could earn up to 3,000 SwissBorg tokens, which is great, and chief of staff, head of business, institutional business, which could be really great. We're looking forward, and there's more and more people. Just check out our career webpage at swissborg.com. News of the week, obviously things are going crazy. NFT. We talked about it, guys, a year ago that NFT was going to be something that's going to be big. And I don't think that's only regarding digital art, but it's just how you could have tokens that could give you a credit score. And we talked about this digital ID, how we could improve you and like giving you premiums, and how these premiums could be essentially tokens, NFT tokens, like that. You could essentially on chain make sure that you are allowed to have different privileges. This is definitely in the backlog, especially for you guys that have the Genesis Premium, the only one that will exist in the entire life of SwissBorg ecosystem. And I think so we're seeing more and more things with Bansky, for example, going to it. We got, there was a Jack Dorsey's first tweet went for 400,000. There's so many crazy stories where people pouring money into this new industry of digital art that's on the blockchain. And just to make things clear is that this is only the tip of it. We will have then more tokens for DeFi, such as what we're talking about for digitality. But then the big game is Engine. And why has Engine been mooning? Well, that's exactly the case, is that people start realizing like, oh yeah, this digital art, I really like to be owner of it because it's Banksy. But what if that becomes a sword and there's only 1,000 swords in the cyber quest, and you need that sword to easily, fight someone else? Well, that's when these video games and blockchain just merge so well together, and I think so that is really, really great. More news on institutional business. We're having there's Curve that's being acquired by PayPal. That's a huge news. Congratulations to Needham Curve. We like them very much. Obviously, we're partner with them. There's Volkswagen getting into the game, a lot of different pilot cool projects. And, overall, there's more institutional flow, which is always great. Market update, Bitcoin, it got back to the 50,000. We were a bit afraid last week that it was dropping to 40,000, but it recovered rapidly. What is actually very interesting here is that in the last few months, Bitcoin was quite correlated to a lot of growth stocks, such as the NASDAQ and Tesla and different other stocks within NASDAQ. And we saw that actually the correlation has dropped and that these growth stocks have plummeted, but actually, Bitcoin is doing extremely well, which again is one of its main plays to be lowly correlated or up to uncorrelated to the markets, which I think is very good. However, please take in consideration that we are at very high levels, even if it's an early case. And a year ago we were at 8,000. So there has been tremendous growth on Bitcoin. And right now, there was a lot of institutional money that went to securities, or essentially with treasury bonds. So it was really a flight of security. We still see that growing. Tech as obviously being not performing well. So we are seeing a little bit of tendency of that. There's euphoria on the Bitcoin crypto market, but there's still a lot of defensive players. So it's a market that could a little bit go both ways, and it's still hard to see what's the future. Ethereum's back in the game. There's been some issues regarding Binance Smart Chain and some reputational risk and some centralization cases. And overall, we're seeing more and more people, especially big waves, accumulating a big amount of Ether, which is 10,000 Ether. So that's been actually the biggest since 2017. So that shows that there is a lot of big people that have put a lot of money and a lot of confidence into Ether, which is great. And it looks like the pattern is looking very good for Ether. Interesting case about DeFi, as it's a great emerging industry within the blockchain space. There's been recently MEERKAT Finance that was a fork into the Binance Smart Chain, and that has some issues, which is that after one day, it lost 31 million, and shortly after, Binance closed the Binance bridge and aptly stopped the funds crashed into Ethereum. So they really saw that there's something. 2 days later, MEERKAT Finance said, oh, this was just a test, just a penetration test. It's okay. We don't know what's really exactly, and the funds will be returned. What we see here is potentially something that could be very awkward, meaning that we saw that in the DAO in 2016, I presume, when essentially there was the hack that happened on the DAO, in the DAO, and then a lot of funds that were missing went to different wallets. And that's when Ethereum Classic was created, right? And some people stayed on Ethereum Classic and some people were on Ethereum. And I think so with Binance, as there's very small amount of validators, I think there are 28 or so, or less than 30. It's quite a centralized platform. So they could potentially reverse transactions and do as they wish. And that could be something that could be very dangerous. In this case, well, if someone really did steal these funds, was it good to roll back on the chain and go for it? Maybe it makes sense. But in other cases, you can show that it gives a better security, but a less, this would be not possible with Bitcoin, for example. So there's always that ethic and who could play that central authority. Is it, Binance or not? That's a little bit how things could get a little bit ugly on the long run. Fortunately, I think so far things are going well, and obviously have great faith into Binance Smart Chain. SwissBorg obviously doing fantastically well. All times high, unicorn has emerged. Essentially, we're on a free floating. There's very small amount of sellers, and there's people that are accumulating more and more SwissBorg tokens. Everyone always asks me, Cyrus, is it a good time to get into CHSB token? I said, well, if you think about profit, I think so it's a great case. If you think about the product and becoming premium, it's the best case. And if you think about the philosophy behind it, which is about to democratize wealth management and eventually decentralized nations, obviously it's something to do. We've seen that as well, that there's more and more people getting into the premium because there's still that small amount of high. The Genesis premium will still be there. And then the next premium that we'll talk about it it could go bananas, right? With a premium that is worth 2,000, if we get 80% of our users, so 200,000 people of our community that buys that token, that's over 400 million SwissBorg tokens, which actually doesn't even exist almost on the market. So we're definitely seeing times that there's a huge growth into SwissBorg. There's a huge great utilities within our token, and that's why it's performing extremely well more and more. And if you compare us to BNB, we're still very far away in terms of market cap. So there's plenty of room to get there. Announcement of the week. My God, we got to $1, we got to €1, we got to, I think so, £1. You know, we got to pretty much everything. £1. Sorry, I missed that one. It's amazing. You know, it's super cool to be part of this, and you know, obviously the all-time high for us is always something that's very beneficial, and being the fact that we have that beautiful horn, I think so. It's really cool. It really makes a massive difference. We're getting so much great positive momentum of big institutional people coming to us, to small retail, lovely, awesome guys saying, I want to put, you know, my $100 into SwissBorg token. I hope that will change the future. And we're seeing more and more things like that happening, which is really great. And we should really celebrate really congratulations to all of you guys. We really passed this test to get over 1 billion, which is great, and being over $1, which probably some of us like 2 years ago would say, you know, SwissBorg will never happen. They don't have it. They don't have products. They don't have the people. They don't have the ethos. And now it's all the opposite, right? Everyone is here is like, yeah, we're ravening it, which is great. And you know, it's always harder to love a project in the hard times. It's always easier in the good times. But the good thing is that we're going to have better times more and more. There's more and more products update, which are insane. This is how we're going to change. It's just that there's so much, not hype, so much fundamentals behind our SwissBorg token. That's just crazy. There's not only the fundamental love that all we have from this community, it's as well as so many products and features, and how we always making sure to innovate and iterate, which is great. And that's why that horn is well deserved. Congratulations to you guys. Much respect and much love for this. Talking about love, 250,000 users. This is crazy. It's just growing on a daily basis, up to 2,000 people every single day. Big premium update. You know, we talked about the Genesis premium last week, talked about the community premium as well. We have now, with all the community, have put together, make sure, you know, if it was going to be 500 or 5,000, and it got to 2,000. It looks like 2,000 is a great amount that could really get you premium, and that will give you amazing different fees. It will give you as well a great yield on many assets, and we're seeing that more and more people need to get those yields, and I think so this is something that is really cool. A lot of people say, like, but Cyrus, when it'll be at $10, you know, that's going to be worth $20,000. So that'd be another problem. Same to what happened for the premium that became the Genesis premium. It's fine, guys. We'll find ways. We always innovate and iterate. And we've done that already. Right now, we'll do that again whenever we see that, unfortunately, the premium is a bit too high for most of our community members. You guys wanted it, and we're coming with it. Product update, Ether Smart Yield, guys. This is going to be great. This is a great way to earn a fantastic yield. For those who are Genesis Premium today, they're going to earn up to 15%. 15% annum on your ETH. It's the best way. People are talking about staking with Ethereum 2.0. Here we're going to get even better, which is something that we're super proud of. This is probably going to fuel, again, a lot of people that want to be the Genesis Premium for that short amount of time. That's still available, but it's not going to be available very soon. And that people will then obviously move to the regular premium, community premium, which is amazing, and really proud about this. SwissBorg Nation timeline. So we are here right now, 4th March to 18th March, we are right now on the auction mechanism. We had 342 candidates that want those 50 seats. So if you're part of that 342 candidates, first, congratulations. You have to beat essentially 290 people to get into that top 50. Right now, the number 50th has 865,000 tokens and 500. So if you want to get sure and secure that place, you got to get more than that. We're seeing more and more people acquiring more CHSB tokens, especially those that are around that 50, 55, 60, 70, 80. But even saw actually more people that were in the late 300 and got now to 200. So congratulations to all of you guys that are doing this. And it really means a lot to be part of this SB Nation. If it happens that you guys are not part of that list of 342 candidates, it's fine. There'll be other seats going forward, and you'll still be part of probably the Genesis Premium, which is one of the amazing things that we have at SwissBorg, and we'll have different tiers for SB Nation going forward. SwissBorg Wealth App and the stats: 1.8 billion total volume, application open 40 million times already, number of users close to 260,000. Asset under management over 1 billion, guys. 1 billion point 2 under management. This is insane. All-time highs. Asset analysis clicked 50 million times. This is really good, guys. Whenever you want to buy and sell, just don't go. Please check the asset analysis and make sure you're making the right move. It could help you a lot. New CHSB investor per day, 1,200. Every day, there are 1,200 people, new users, buying SwissBorg token. That's just amazing. That is how much we're growing as an ecosystem. It's amazing to see all these lovely people getting to the Wealth app and say, yeah, I want to buy some SwissBorg tokens. I love the app. I love the ethos. And you know what? It's looked like it's one of the most profitable investment of 2020 and will be probably for 2021 too. So this is just crazy. And I hope that these people will get more and more into understanding what we're doing and then to be community premium, which will be awesome. Weekly data, talking about our lovely token, we have 4,304 people, almost 200 people in the last 7 days, even if it's 50,000 SwissBorg tokens. Obviously want to be part of the Genesis program. We have today 115 million tokens that are staked, which is amazing in the premium. We have 284 million staked into the CHSB Sustainable Yield Program. We are so close to top 50, guys. This is amazing. It's really, really cool. 23% away. Protect and Burn just growing, 1.5 million today. And we're ranked 62 in the crypto world. So what this brings us to the community index. It brings us to 9. Yes, we have grown. SwissBorg token volume is pretty much steady. Activity as well. Social media has grown. Thank you, guys. Please comment, share on this video. DEO growing and the community index as well. The community app as well. Tomorrow night is crypto night. We kick off with a bang. It's going to be really, really cool about bearish or bullish, about Tone Vase versus Carl Moon. Please check it out tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Swiss time. Guys, I hope you're loving it as much as I am. It's every week we're coming up with new features, new news, new utilities, new products, soon new cool hats, by the way, that are coming out really, really cool. I hope you guys like my clothes from Egypt. Like Egyptian. Walk like Egyptian. You know, it's been really a blast. You know, this already the first 3 months. I know that the rest of the next 9 months are just going to be better and better and better. You know, we're growing our community over, you know, 250,000, which is amazing. We have over 1 billion asset under management. Our token has a market cap over 1 billion. These are staggering numbers. These are numbers that are not like, hey, yeah, they're playing around doing the other thing. No, it's guys that are like, okay, we're coming with hearts like that and brains like that, and we are essentially democratizing wealth management. And thanks to your guys, thanks to your trust, and I really want to thank you again. So be happy, be healthy, and wealthy. Take care, guys. Love you. Bye.
Whether you want to buy 100 Bitcoins or 10 euros, you can always get the best price execution.